Hello everybody, this is Jeff at RunnerG. This is the Runner's Desk, and if you're watching this video you probably poke a hole in your shoe, want to know why and how you can stop doing that. Well, I can't guarantee you'll stop doing it, but some of the things I may mention in a few minutes may prevent it from happening, or maybe not. So, question is being, why is this happening? That's the first thing. Why is this happening? Well, we wear a lot of shoes that have this thing called toe spring. You see this curve? So if you push down on the front of it, it kind of curves here, and that puts the toes up in this position. And so what that's doing now is it's stretching all these muscles on the bottom of the foot, and it's shortening and tightening all the muscles on the top of the foot. So when you're walking, your foot goes up and scrapes the top of the shoe, and goes up and it scrapes the top of the shoe. So if you tend to wear shoes with a lot of this curve, which is okay to do, shoes with support tend to do that, that's going to put your foot in this position and want to scrape the top of the foot. Okay, so basically in a nutshell, the bottom of the plantar muscles on the bottom of the foot are getting stretched out, and the muscles on the top of the foot are getting shortened and tightened. Alright, so in a nutshell, that's what is happening, and it's creating the toes to scrape the top of the shoe. Alright, what can you do to kind of prevent that? Well, a cosmetic thing you can do to prevent the hole in the shoe is to put some moleskin inside the shoe, so that you wear that first before you get to the poking a hole through the shoe. You may have to reapply that every month or so, or a couple of months, depending on how aggressively you do that. Alright, so that's number one. That's the cosmetic and kind of runaround that you can do to kind of correct that. It doesn't correct your foot being stretched out and the top of your foot being tightened up. So what can you do for that? Well, you can get like a tissue or something and put it on the ground and pick it up with your feet and kind of do this with your toes and pick it up with your toes like this to strengthen these muscles and stretch out the top muscles. It's all about balancing the tightness and strength and weakness of the bottom and the top muscles of your foot. Okay, right now it's unbalanced. The top ones are way tighter and the ones on the bottom are much more stretched out and weak. So you can do stuff like that. You can get a marble and pick up the marbles with your toes like this. Try to focus on the big toe, since most likely that's the toe that's poking the hole. So you want to make sure you're getting that big toe, the muscles underneath the big toe, you know, doing this, strengthening here. Okay, you can do that. Like I said, start with tissues that are a little easier, and again, don't do too much of this toe exercises that your foot starts to cramp. What you might want to do is get like a little football, like a little green foot rubs ball, to stretch out your foot after you exercise it. It's just like if you went running, you would tighten up the muscles, or if you did bench press, you tighten up these muscles. It's good to stretch them after you've worked them out. So work out those toe muscles this way, especially the big toe one, since that's the one probably poking the hole in here, and strengthen those muscles on the bottom. And then follow it by getting one of those little green foot rub balls and stretching out your foot, you know, trigger pointing and stretching it out afterwards. Okay, anyway, I hope that helps explain this hole in the shoe. Seriously, the hole in the shoe is not the bigger problem. The bigger problem is that these muscles are getting tighter, they connect to your shin, and these muscles are being overstretched and weak. So work on the source of the problem and not just the symptom, the hole. Other than that, thanks for watching and have a cool day.